the FIC report cannot be said to be evidence of corruption. We have all been schooled that what the FIC does is to check what is happening in our financial sector and highlight suspicious transactions. Those suspicious transactions where they raise red flags are supposed to be investigated. We have seen in the last few days information that, for instance, a certain company did not supply the goods they were supposed to supply and so on. And the contrary, was found to be true. So what is contained in the FIC report cannot be used as evidence of corruption that people are talking about. It is fallacious.
Okay.
For instance, what evidence is there in FIC that Honorable Sylvia Masebo is corrupt? What evidence is there? What evidence is there in the FIC report that Honorable Kapala is corrupt?
Those are separate incidents. So if you begin to link the two, then you will also confuse the listener. Because,
no.
Because on grounds that...
Get my point.
Just a minute, Mr. Walia here. On grounds to which the two ministers have been cited for corrupt practices, this is involving their ministries and how they are running their ministries. So if you begin to link those to the FIC report that is revealing tax evasion, that is revealing financial frauds that happened 2023, then you will begin to confuse the listener. So if we are able to stick to the 13.5 billion that has been announced by the FIC report in terms of the financial frauds that were recorded last year. This is the corruption that obviously is being talked about. And of course, when Nongo points to the evidence that the FIC has reviewed, this is the same tone of conversation that even the UPND, when in opposition, did cite that there is massive corruption under PF going by the revelation that are coming from the FIC report. Are you playing politics on this subject, especially?
The point I'm making is very clear. Very, very clear. What is contained in the FIC report does not prove in any way, not as we stand now, in any way, that corruption is referring to government officials being corrupt. Why am I emphasizing this point? Because what the former president has said, and a few other people have said, is that the president should have fired Honorable Masebo. The president should fire certain ministers and so on, because there's too much corruption. Now, when you say, when you make that statement, and you say the evidence is in the FIC report, that's where I'm coming in to say that is fallacious. Those who have leveled accusations of corruption on individual ministers, they know very well what to do. They need to report to relevant authorities who are supposed to investigate. Unless, of course, it's a prima facie case of corruption, then we can all join in and say such and such a person, following the court of public opinion, is corrupt. But in the absence of such evidence, the president cannot just wake up, see on social media some former president or a few individuals saying this one is corrupt and fire them. That would be unjust.
Okay.
And the fact that the president has transferred these ministers to other ministries, just like was the case with the swapping of water development and I think not tourism, environment. It means that the president sees no corruption in these ministers to warrant dismissing them.
Okay.